good, man? Still Mills checking back in with y'all, man. Listen, man. Shout out to Teofimos Lopez, man. Shout out to Teofimos Lopez, man. But please follow suit for Teofimos Lopez, bro. Please do. Please do. Please do. Please do. Because I think now that Teofimos Lopez has left him, I think he's really gonna try and push for this Manny Pacquiao fight, or dangle that motherfucker a little bit more in your face now, because now all of a sudden he's overlooking for venues and all that shit. Nah, bro. Nah. Leave that motherfucker alone. Leave that, man. Go over to the PBC side. You should be with the PBC in all actuality, man. I'm not the big, you know, they do buster shit to piss me off, like they fans and all that. They do. But at this point, nobody else has anything else to offer you. Bob Arum ain't got a motherfucking thing to offer you, fam. Nothing. Nothing. He has nothing to offer you. Get up out of the grips of that man's clutches, bro, and save your career. You are in your prime. You're 33. Don't waste no more time fucking with Bob. Robert. That man have been promising you a Manny Pacquiao fight for years, since you came up. Before you even came up, when you fought Gamboa, at least niggas here in the city was talking about, oh man, I think Bud beat Manny, and Bud, and man was rumblings of that. They started announcing it at the fight, you know, your post-fight center, your post-fight interviews and all that shit, before you even moved up to welterweight. I just don't see what this dude can do for you, man. Like, shout out, salute to Teofimos Lopez, man. Salute to you. As young as that dude is, he's really showing signs of maturity. Outside of boxing, even within boxing, like, I've given my feelings on him and Lomachenko's fight, but nonetheless, how he was able to persevere when the going got tough, how he was able to persevere in them moments, and the shit, just the maturity that he was displaying inside the ring while the fight was going on early on. That was maturity right there. That was maturity. The dude is, I don't know what it is about this dude, man, but he's around wisdom. And he's soaking up game, and it's really coming, it's really, you know, it's showing. The game that he's soaking up is really starting to manifest within him, man. Bob Arum has hung on to, you know, it took dudes years to get up out of the grips of Bob Arum. He's in his early 20s, man. Niggas wasn't leaving Bob until they late 20s and they early 30s, or they you know, early 30s. And Manny Pacquiao's case, it was his late 30s. Was he 39 when he finally said, yo, I'm cool on Bob Arum? What was that, 20? Let me see, he fought Thurman in what, 2019? What he fought Matisse in like 2018. It shouldn't have took that dude that long to, you know what I'm saying, get away from Bob Arum. The minute Floyd should be the you know, the prime example of who it is, of the prime example to look to as far as dealing with Bob Arum goes, man. The minute he got out of the clutches of Bob Arum, look at the fortune that dude is sitting on now. That man ain't got to work a day in his life. His kids ain't got to work a day in their life. His kids don't got to work a day in their life, because of the decision that man decided to make. And in the process of him making that decision to increase his financial gain, he resurrected a whole new side, a whole new promotional venture. And he brought life back to Showtime Boxing. And through that, you get the Adrian Broners, you get the Keith Thurmans, the Danny Garcias, and now you got the Deontay Wilders, the Charlos. It was easier for them cats to flourish after Floyd went to Showtime. Even Canelo was on Showtime. He fought on Showtime. He made his bones at Showtime, through Showtime. Teofimos Lopez, being the young man that he is, taking his career into his own hands and getting a bigger bag than what Bob was able to give him. Salute to him. Salute to him. But please follow suit, because I just do not see this Manny Pacquiao fight coming into fruition. I don't. And if he does, all right, cool. If he's able to make this Manny Pacquiao fight stick, and you fight, cool. Kudos. He did something right. He did something right. But I don't want to hear you can't afford to be cheap anymore after that. If you about to give out 40 M's, you can't afford to be cheap after that. You can properly compensate these cats. Just your whole is just ass backwards, man. Like, what the fuck do you be thinking? What makes how does Amir Khan get 5? And like, I don't like counting people's pockets. That's just not my get out. But just when it gets to a point where this shit has to be spoken on, man. Amir Khan does not have the notoriety of a Thurman, of a Porter, or a Danny Garcia. Those are 3 fights right there that Spence he wouldn't have the leverage that he has had he got them niggas at those fights. I just don't understand what the fuck is going on with this dude, man. Like, this is not 2015 and 2014 and 2013 where you're running the game, you're running the monopoly board, and HBO is at its peak. It's not that. You're not who you once was, and you refuse to come to that acceptance in life, and because of that, you're holding back a cat like Terrence Crawford. You're holding him back. You're holding him back. There should be no reason why niggas should be questioning his resume when he's in the most stacked division in the sport. There's no reason for that. You are holding that man back because you just want to be stubborn and not fucking properly compensate people. Man, get the fuck away from this dude, man, please. I didn't want you to sign with him the first time, man, because the writing is on the wall. Everybody is leaving him. Everybody has left him. All the Hall of Famers they left him. How do you have all these people that leave you, bro? How do you do? How? You think all the amount of money that he could have been in the position that he could have stayed on top had he not allowed his antics to get in his way and deter him from that. How do you lose Floyd? How do you lose Manny? How do you lose Mikey? How do you lose Oscar? How do you lose all these people? How do you lose all these are factors. Now you lost Teofimos Lopez, the rightful undisputed champion in the division. You lose him because you can't get out of your own fucking way. This shit is baffling to me, man. Like, at the end of the day, it's not about you fucking promoters. It's not about y'all. Step the fuck back and let these dudes, you know what I'm saying, fulfill their destiny and fulfill their dreams and put themselves in positions where their kids ain't gotta work and their kids don't gotta work. They do it, Pops did all the hard work so my grandkids can have a prosperous life. And they ain't gotta know what the struggle was about. They ain't gotta get it out the mud and come from the dirt. I just don't understand why that's such a like. What the fuck? I'm not business savvy at all, but I do know that you gotta spend money to make money. I know that. I've been hearing that banter for years. I'm not economically what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not economically fluent, you know what I'm saying? I'm not versatile in the in the field of economics. I don't understand how business works on that level. I really don't. And I would be lying if I did. I don't have what it takes to run my own business. I'm just my brain isn't equipped for that. You dig? But I do know for a fact. I know that principle. You got to spend money to make money. So if you're gonna have to come off a pretty penny to get Bud the proper fights. You know what I'm saying? You don't think his lackluster and notoriety is due to you as the Mr. Promoter? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we talking about here? You know your fighters. You shouldn't be. This dude is just ass backwards, man. Like, how do you justify giving Amir Khan a bigger payday than fucking Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, and Danny Garcia? How do you do that? How do you justify giving fucking Kell Brook a bigger payday than fucking Sean Porter? Like, how do you do that? Like, how does that register in your brain? Like, oh, I just don't get it. I don't get it with you, bro. Like, and you think it's plausible. You think it's plausible. And I'm just sitting back like, anybody can see how dumb of a move that is. That is completely illogical. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no and in your head it makes sense, because in your head you still think you the top dog running shit. No, you are in competition with 3 immediate other promotional companies. You're in competition with the PBC. You're in competition with Matchroom. You're in competition with fucking Golden Boy. You don't have that. You're not that nigga no more. You're not. Fuck. You're not. And you are holding shit up because you think that you are. You think you're you're not who you think you are. You're not, bro. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Shout out to Teofimos Lopez, man. And if this fight between Bud and Manny can happen, I hope and pray that it does. Because if he beats Manny, which I think he will, at this point, I beat Manny, my nigga. Like, Sean Porter and Danny Garcia don't trump that. You talking about a resume. I beat Manny. I don't think he's gonna stop him. I think he's gonna beat him. There's no more. There's no need for the now. You have all the leverage you need. You have all the leverage you need. So I hope that fight can happen. Do I see it happening? Fuck no, I don't. I really don't. Because, you know, bullshit walks. Bullshit walks. And you've been bullshitting with that fight since that man was at 140 pounds. You've been talking that bullshit for years now, man. You just keep dangling the fight in Manny fighting that man's face. And if it ain't Manny, it's Earl Spence. Now all of a sudden you with the Earl Spence drag because you see all the buzz that Earl Spence is getting. Earl Spence. All right, well, cool. Earl Spence ain't conceding to it. I bet. Go for some of the cats that he done, you know, that he's beat. Go for Sean Porter and properly compensate that man. You're already showing that you're willing to pay to get Manny Pacquiao in the ring. If you're willing to give up 40 M's, it's nothing for you to give up 5 to a more deserving fighter than a Kell Brook and a Amir Khan. You can give up 5 for Thurman. You can give up 5 for Thurman. You could give up 5 for Sean Porter. You could give up 5 for Danny Garcia. They're gonna take that. They're gonna take that. I don't know what the fuck makes you think that you are in this. Bro, HBO is done. We saw Max Kellerman and Roy Jones Jr. and Jim Lampley cry on the final fight of that fucking broadcast because it was like, damn, this shit is really over. After 20 and 30 and 40 years, my nigga, that shit over. That shit really came to a close. And you don't think you at fault for that? With the goofy shit that you do? Come on, my nigga. Come on, man, Bud. If this fight with Manny Pacquiao does not, even if it does happen, you still need to get away from it. Because after Manny, he has nothing else to offer you. And he doesn't even have Manny to offer you. This is all on Manny. It's all on Manny. You dig what I'm saying? Like, you're not about to convince me that Bob Arum is about to fork off 40 mil and you couldn't even, he's with the P's on the PBC, so the other side of the street. He's on the other side of the street. You couldn't make the fight happen when y'all was in the same, like, come on, man, y'all was in the same stable for years. And he never made it happen. But now he can all of a sudden make the shit happen. Because now all of a sudden he wasn't called for 40 M's. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. No, man. Shout out to Teofimos Lopez. Bud, please take that, follow the route that man is taking. Follow the route that man is taking. Undisputed 6 M's. To my knowledge, he's getting Campbell's a bigger bag. He's getting that man paid more than what he's, man, just shit like that, man. Just, y'all are the fighters putting your lives on the line to bring entertainment to us. Y'all are the cats that are giving these cats, what's the word I'm looking? Y'all are lining their pockets. Y'all put your life on the line to line their pockets. So there's no reason why they should be this disloyal to y'all and this nonsense. Oh, nah, you get what I give you. I think with a talent like Terrence Crawford, that nigga can't just be, all right, cool, I'm gonna just do my own thing. Do what Ray Robinson is doing and not have a promotional backing. With the talent that man got and with the little bit of notoriety that he got. No, I ain't signing to nobody, man. I'll take a fight by fight. You don't think he can do that? Because I damn sure think he could. Man, please take, please, pretty please, pretty please, pretty please, pretty please, take the route of Teofimos Lopez, man, and get away from this dude. Even if you get the Manny fight, get away from him. After you beat Manny, there's nobody else. There's no reason for you to stay around. There's no reason for you to stay around. His next excuse, I just put up $40 million for Manny Pacquiao. So he's not gonna play. He's not gonna compensate any other fighter that. Nah, bro. No. Because even after you beat Manny Pacquiao, I still think you need to fight the other dogs in the division. I still would like to see you with Danny. I still would like to see you with Sean and Keith. I still would like to see you with them cats. I still would. I mean, Virgil Ortiz. If Virgil Ortiz can, if he has a spectacular showing against Maurice Hooker, and you know another fight to prove that he's at a ready for title contention, I wouldn't mind that, and I wouldn't mind you fighting Jaron Ennis neither. But you're not gonna get that with fucking Bob Arum. You're not gonna get that with him. You ain't getting none of them fights with Bob Arum. Because I don't even for all that you've done, I think you're underpaid. And I don't know you. I don't know. I don't follow contracts. I don't follow money. I don't follow people's bank account. That's just not my get at. I'm not into that. I'm into what I can visibly see, which is the sport. I can see you fight. That's what I want to see. That's all I'm concerned with. Your money is your money. I think that shit is corny how niggas get. I don't even like when niggas do that shit on ESPN. So-and-so just signed a contract for $250 million. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. You don't want nobody to know how much you make in your regular everyday life. Why the fuck do I want that number broadcasted all throughout the airwaves? I'm not into I'm not into that. I'm not into counting people's pockets, man. But you need to get away from Bob Arum. I know that for damn sure, because homeboy has nothing to offer you. Nothing. And shit. I gotta get all the way up here. Damn. Dude has nothing to offer you. That's just what it all boils down to. Forge your own route, man. Forge your own. Do you, bro. Get away from Bob Arum. Get away from this motherfucker, because he's hindering you, and he just has nothing to offer you, man. Follow the route of Vasily Lomachenko and keep it pushing, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Still Mills, I'm out.